Health officials have reported a new outbreak of mad cow disease, which has surfaced within the past 4 days, prompting a massive recall on all beef products for the entire area. Mad cow disease occurs as a result of cattle farmers using beef products to round out their cows' food. Consumption by cattle of beef products causes an imbalance in body chemistry, which causes them to, in effect, go insane.
Well, crap.
Mr. Lamoureux, you just can't seem to make it on time to my class this semester.
Good morning, Lee. What's going on?
Oh, I've just been reading about mad cow disease in the paper.
Mad cow disease? I heard about that on Tradio. Why don't you tell me some more about it?
Okay, I'll tell you about it, but I want you to think about what I'm saying and know what I'm saying, but do not memorize it. Okay.
Mad cow disease. What is it? Scientifically named bovine spongiform encephalopathy, it is a progressive neurological disease that affects a cow's nervous system. Once infected, the cow's behavior becomes erratic. Inability to walk, uncontrolled movements, and lower milk production. Incubation period can be months, even years. There's no known treatment and the disease is fatal. How do cows get infected? A cow gets infected with the disease if they eat diseased feed, which has abnormal proteins called prions, found in brains, spinal cords, and other parts. These prions cause the degeneration in the brain, giving it a spongy-like appearance. How can it affect us? Humans don't get mad cow disease as such, but they get a variant of it if they eat the diseased cattle tissue. Health officials in the U.S. and elsewhere control such scenarios by periodic sampling and prohibiting cattle parts in feed which may contain prions. Where has it been reported so far? Although the United Kingdom has been most impacted by the mad cow disease so far, the BSE has been reported in many countries around the world. Millions of cattle have been slaughtered and nearly 200,000 cows have died. Around 200 humans have lost their lives. In the U.S. recently, a cow tested positive for the disease, but the health officials say that the infected cow wasn't designated for meat consumption, and it was an atypical strain of the disease.
Does that clear that up, Mr. Lamoureux?
Clear as mud, Lee, just like always.
Hey, what's up, you guys?
Oh, Morgan, I see you remembered lab today.
Sure did. What's going on?
We're talking about the economic impacts of mad cow disease.
Oh, let's hear about this.
Rarely does the health of a single cow have billion-dollar implications, but in this case it does, because it's America's first confirmed case of bovine spongiform encephalitis in 6 years. BSE is mad cow disease, a potentially deadly brain-wasting infection that can be transferred to humans.
The animal was a dairy cow from the state of California. Our laboratory confirmed the findings.
Today, the chief veterinary officer for the USDA cautioned this is an isolated case, not the start of an epidemic.
Our livestock population is some of the healthiest in the world, and the consumers should be confident in our food supply.
Everyone still remembers the devastating outbreak of mad cow disease in Britain during the 90s. 150 people died. After the first case of mad cow disease was confirmed in this country in 2003, dozens of countries banned U.S. beef. Shipments dropped more than 80%. China still bans U.S. beef imports.
Now, Morgan, does that make that clear? Crystal, where'd Morgan go?
Marital problems.
Anyways, what's the public's opinion about mad cow disease?
I'm glad you asked. Let me shoot you some knowledge.
USDA currently tests only 40,000 cows a year of the millions that are slaughtered.
USDA has not completed their investigation of this particular case, and so we'll be watching carefully to see what they find. Obviously, if it turns out that we have tainted feed, we will have a much larger problem on our hands.
Now, it is a mystery how this cow in Hanford, California contracted the disease. Apparently, it was not from tainted feed, which had been the source of previous outbreaks, but the FDA and the USDA will be testing the feed supply anyway, Diane.
Safeguards we have in the U.S. are very effective. Our food is safe.
The USDA inspectors took a brain sample of the infected dairy cow at the rendering plant that turns fat into cooking oil and biofuel. One of only 40,000 cows tested for mad cow disease each year, less than 1% of the tens of millions of cattle slaughtered.
the government needs to be taking stronger action in both surveillance and in terms of the feeding practices.
Now, does that clear up some of your questions?
Yeah, for the most part. It's just, I've heard some stories or myths about mad cow disease.
Oh, really? What have you heard?
Well, Aaron told me he got mad cow disease one night from a girl in Emery County.
Oh, yeah, him and the monarch butterfly.
Once upon a time, there was a little issue about a bunch of cows that ate some bad tissue. Then came a lag in milk production. It was like the cows couldn't even function. The farmers had to see what was the big boo-boo, but all of them cows could only say moo-moo. It's STDs, not Mickey D's. We talking about mad cow disease. So listen if you please, ain't good for your bodies. Makes you go a little bit crazy.